For more than a century, one name has hovered over American business, global finance, and world politics. A name wrapped in power, secrecy, and influence: the Rockefellers. From the world's first billionaire to a global network of foundations, banks, and institutions, the Rockefeller legacy is far more than wealth. It's a blueprint for long-term influence. Today, we're going inside the secret power of the Rockefeller Empire and how it quietly shaped the modern world. Our story begins in 1839 with a boy named John Davison Rockefeller, born into a poor family in rural New York. He had one ambition: to become rich. And he did exactly that. At age 31, he co-founded Standard Oil, a company that wouldn't just sell oil, it would dominate the entire industry. Through relentless efficiency, aggressive acquisitions, and deals with major railroads, Standard Oil soon controlled over 90% of all oil refined in the United States. This wasn't just a business, it was a monopoly of historic proportions. And John D. Rockefeller became the wealthiest man in modern history, with a fortune equivalent to hundreds of billions of dollars today. But massive power attracts massive attention.
In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ordered Standard Oil to break apart into 34 separate companies. But instead of destroying the empire, it made the Rockefellers even richer. Many of these companies grew into modern giants like Exxon, Mobil, Chevron, Amoco. The oil empire was shattered on paper, but the wealth and influence multiplied. The Rockefellers had achieved something rare. They turned a defeat into a larger victory.
With both wealth and public scrutiny growing, the family shifted strategy. They transformed their image from ruthless businessmen to enlightened philanthropists. John D. Rockefeller began pouring money into universities, medical research, public health, science, and education. He created institutions that still shape the world today, including the Rockefeller Foundation, the University of Chicago, Rockefeller University. These weren't just founded in 1913. The Rockefeller Foundation became one of the most powerful philanthropic forces on the planet. Its funding played major roles in modern public health systems, eradication of diseases, medical school standards, the Green Revolution that transformed global agriculture, social science and economic research. Through donations and grants, the foundation influenced governments, academia, and international development. Their impact was enormous, and because it operated quietly through institutions, it also appeared mysterious. To some people, this was humanitarianism. To others, it was strategic global engineering. While their philanthropic influence grew, the family also expanded into finance. John D. Rockefeller helped shape what would become Chase National Bank, later Chase Manhattan, and today J.P. Morgan Chase, the largest bank in the United States. For decades, David Rockefeller, John's grandson, served as chairman and CEO. He became known worldwide as an unofficial ambassador for American business. His network of connections included presidents, prime ministers, royal families, business magnates, and global institutions. It wasn't political power, it wasn't corporate domination, it was something much more unusual: influence built through relationships and diplomacy. The Rockefellers also helped shape major organizations that guide global policy. They supported or helped create the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, various United Nations initiatives. These groups bring together world leaders to discuss economics, foreign policy, and global cooperation. Because these meetings often happen privately, they've long been surrounded by speculation. But one thing is clear. The Rockefeller family believed in global interconnectedness long before the word globalization existed. Today, the Rockefeller family still has wealth, but its power has evolved. They now focus heavily on climate change, renewable energy, sustainable development, public health, and social justice initiatives. In a surprising twist, the descendants of America's greatest oil tycoon have divested from fossil fuels and are funding a transition to clean energy. They no longer control vast corporations directly. Instead, their influence flows through foundations, endowments, research institutions, partnerships, and policy networks. The Rockefeller name is now tied to ideas, not oil. So why does the Rockefeller name still carry such mystery? There are a few reasons. First, the scale of their original wealth was unprecedented. Fortunes like that create myths. Second, their strategy of influencing society through institutions, not publicity, looks secretive, even if it isn't. Third, their reach touched nearly every part of modern life: energy, medicine, education, agriculture, finance, and global policy. And finally, when a family builds systems that last over a century, people naturally wonder, is this luck, genius, or something more? Whether celebrated or criticized, the Rockefellers stand as one of the most influential families in modern history. The Rockefeller story isn't just about wealth. It's about strategy, transformation, and the power of ideas. From monopolizing oil to reshaping public health to guiding global cooperation, the Rockefeller legacy proves one thing: real power doesn't come from money alone. It comes from creating systems that shape the world long after you're gone. This has been Inside the Secret Power of the Rockefeller Empire. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more documentaries just like this one. Thanks for watching.